This is TLFM Online Radio Station Chicago. Dimensión Latina FM Radio TV. Baja nuestra aplicación a través de tu iPhone o Android. Búscanos como Dime la FM. Búscanos en TuneIn Radio como Dimensión Latina FM y visita nuestra página web dimelafm.com.
Hello everyone, this is Elsa Prado with Wings of Love. We are broadcasting live at Radio Dimensión Latina FM, and today we have a really wonderful people here that are like the most phenomenal educators at Horizon Science Academy. We have Assistant Principal of Operations, Mr. Flick, and we also have Jenna, who is the Outreach Coordinator at Horizon Science Academy. I cannot thank them enough, and just I'm so impressed and so amazed at the work that they do over at the school, because it takes so much to work with our youth these days, and it requires probably a whole lot more than it used to in the past, because there's so many distractions nowadays that we didn't have in the past. But I want to introduce both of them to you. Mr. Flick, could you tell us some of the things that you are working on, and tell us a little bit more about what you have done to get this program started? And in this particular program, we're going to be talking about this great incentive for the kids, which is their scholarships, and how it came about and how they rolled it out to get to the point where they were able to award these scholarships to the students.
Well, the program actually started, and like I said, there's a lot of people that get involved with this because it's just not a one-person agenda. My daughter, myself, lost our uncle roughly in 21 of July, and we were trying to figure out a way that we can keep his memory alive. And he was also into education, worked for the Archdiocese of Chicago. And me being here, I spearheaded with Jenna and along with Ms. Erickson to come up, and our principal, Dr. Palmer, and to come up with a scholarship program for our kids. It's hard enough out there that kids have overhead costs of trying to go to college, and they can't afford to pay that extra cost. So in memory of my uncle, we started the Carl Opat Foundation here at the school, so the kids have an opportunity that are going to college to apply for this scholarship.
And it's just amazing the work that you guys have been able to accomplish. I mean, it's just when I've been watching this over time, it's just amazing and incredible. And then to see the kids being able to carry out those dreams that they have. And a lot of times so many parents also, they kind of know the reality of life and how hard it is to come up with the money to send their kids to college.
We agree. A lot of the scholarships, like I said, it's the overhead cost that deter them from actually wanting to go to college. A lot of them try to go into other fields. So far, since we started this scholarship, we've had over 100% college acceptance rate for our kids. And this, they do apply for the financial aid, but, they're still left with something. But, just a scholarship to give to them, to watch them grow and to watch them become something better, is just a privilege that we get to enjoy as mentors and educators.
Most definitely. Share with us, Ms. Jenna, some of what you do as the coordinator. I know that you have to do like hoops and hurdles and all kinds of different things to make these things happen for the kids. Tell us what your role is and what you're doing at Horizon Science Academy in your role and all the many different things and hats that you wear just to, get some of this stuff, to pull it off and make it happen for the kids?
Well, first, I want to thank you, Elsa, for having us on the program. We've worked together previously, so I'm really excited to be back on your program again.
Yes.
So I'm the outreach coordinator at HSA Southwest, and my role mainly is to organize the activities and events for the students and the parents and teachers, as well as partner with outside organizations to bring in resources for the school. So this past year, we've done a lot. We've put together our parent-teacher organization, and they've helped me come up with a lot of activities and events for the school community to come together, especially after COVID and once things were coming back to normal. So it's not just me by myself. I do collaborate a lot with our parents, with our teachers, with our staff, like Mr. Flick. I mean, he's helped me run so many different activities and events, and he also himself has spearheaded a lot of things that have been like a staple for the school community. So I'm really just happy and excited to be coming on board and helping out with those events, particularly the community breakfast, the veterans breakfast, where the students were awarded with the scholarship. I just was so amazed to see like how much community there was, and our PTO and our bilingual advocacy committee came together and they made the breakfast for us. And then we had veterans come in, we had families come in. So it was just really great to see the community come together and honor our veterans, but as well as gift our kids with this amazing scholarship that Mr. Flick has started in the school. So it's just really amazing to see how supportive our community is. So yeah, I feel like it's just a great environment for our students.
And one of the good things is we do have some pictures. Unfortunately, the kids couldn't be here with us today, but give us the names of some of the kids that were awarded and what eventually they decided, or what career path they're going to go into. And then this way, at least they know they get acknowledged, and that while some are already returning back to school and they're back on campus and moving into their dorms, at least they can, know that you guys are acknowledging them, and that, we're talking about them right now. So their ears must be ringing literally as we speak, because we are talking about their accomplishments, and that they're off and running on this new path of making their dreams come true.
Mr. Flick, you want to go ahead, or do you want me to?
I could actually start probably, and my biggest, I call him the big teddy bear. I'll never forget, Antoine Arnold was one of the main scholarship winners this year. He will be going to St. Xavier College this year on a basically a full ride with some overhead for books and everything. The scholarship's actually going to help cover those differences that him over the next 4 years. So we were excited with that. We were also excited. I want to mention that he was an IHSA state qualifier, our first in school history this year. So his senior year was a very remarkable and memorable year for him. His family's been great, supportive of our school. Watched all the kids grow up since we've opened in 2014. So it's just remarkable to watch Antoine go to college. We have Haley. Haley also was the runner-up to our scholarship. Now, when Jenna and I sat down and my family and started spearheading, how do we split this up? How do we come up with one winner? And really, I'd love, I wish there was the money to pass around to everybody. There was a total of 5 nominees for this award. Haley came in second and received another scholarship. She's going to Eastern Illinois University, and she's probably already there. I think both of them had to be on campus by August 1st. So I know they were there. We also have Arthur Davis. Arthur Davis was another runner-up. He received a scholarship, even though he is going directly to our military as a Marine. So he, over the summer, joined our Marine Corps and currently is in basic camp. We also have Ashley, which is another runner-up. Ashley had the opportunity, and she is going to, you correct me if I'm wrong, Jenna, I don't remember the college, but she went on a full ride to her college.
I think she's going to she's staying in state. She's going to a Chicago school.
Yeah, and I know she wanted to do that so she can help her family and her mom. I mean, so that's a big part of Ashley's commitment to her family. And then we had, who was the final one? Marissa. Yep. Marissa was also a runner-up, and she's also going to college. So she, just watching our kids be successful. And like I said, our veterans, our police officers, the fire officers that were here. And I mean, Elsa, you got to witness it firsthand.
Yes, it was wonderful to see all the first responders.
Yes, the first responders that came to this, our aldermen were Alderman Ray Lopez, Alderman Stephanie Coleman, also speaking. We placed a wreath at the end of 55th and Garfield to remember, for those veterans that did the ultimate sacrifice. It was a great day for our kids, a great day for our school, and hopefully we can continue passing this happy moment on for those families as 23-24 school year begins.
Absolutely. And then what would you tell the parents? How can they become more involved or participate more, or what can they do to be a resource to the students?
I think participating in our parent-teacher organization, coming to our monthly meetings, just staying in contact through that, I think is a great way to just know what's going on with the different activities or the different things that our students are up to in the classroom. I think it would be important to just come to our events. We do try to host a lot of monthly events as well for the students, for the parents, for the families to get together. We've done like movie nights, we've done cooking classes, we've done Zumba classes. So we try to host a lot of events that bring our families together. So I think just staying involved that way is a great way to just be, in the HSA community.
Yeah, definitely. But you know how sometimes parents are like wanting to do things and then they're not sure which way to go or how to go about and getting more involved. So it's always important for them to have some kind of a basis and kind of get an idea of which way to go so that they can be participants. And I did see so many parents very much involved, and that's beautiful, to see them there for their kids and cheering them on and just, being in the moment with them.
Yeah, it was wonderful to see.
Agree.
What else would you like to add, Mr. Flick, as far as now in your role as assistant principal? What are your plans in this coming school year for the school and for the kids?
It's a real great question. I was just talking to Dr. Palmerin, and recently this past week, I just got that vibe. This is the year. This is the year that we watch our kids grow. I got a great feeling for our staff. I like the energy I feel when they walk in the building, our new staff, our old staff. I just want to continue growing. I want to continue watching our kids grow. I want to work with Jenna so we could bring in more programs, outside sources, resources for our families. So we can get involved. I know we have a big back to school bash that's coming up in September. We thought it was a very great success last year, and we decided to spearhead it again and bring out these events where we'll have people from our community passing out things. We just recently over the summer worked with getting our families connected with the internet, getting them ID cards that need, just the little things. And I know it was great feeling watching these kids just be kids. And that's what we need to really refocus. Our kids need to be able to be kids.
They
and
do.
Be able out there to play and have fun. Our kids need to be in school learning, and parents can just relax. I mean, and that's what we want when we're in this environment. So this year I'm looking at, we may have a surprise coming with our scholarship this year. I just been informed earlier this week. So we've been working with an individual that may surprise us. So I'm real excited with partnering up with somebody so we can increase those scholarship numbers and get these kids on the right track and keep those numbers up.
Yes, that would be just absolutely phenomenal to see them be able to accomplish these things. I mean, it's just, when you think back, at least I was the other day, and a lot of us feel, how we kind of felt like there's this gap where we missed out on a couple of years there. And how do you guys see the kids bouncing back from the pandemic and, just getting the wheel going again in a more normal structure?
I definitely think that the kids have made an improvement since the pandemic. I think just getting back into the swing of things has been a great way for our kids to just feel like, they're back in school, they're seeing their friends, they get to do, all the things that they wanted to do in a more normal setting. So I think we can only go up from here. I know that right after the pandemic, it was a bit of a struggle for everybody, but I think with the support that we've been giving as a school and the resources that we've been bringing in, I think it's been helping improve our students socially, academically. Our families get to come to the school and see everything that we're doing and just be there, like present in person. So I think that has helped a lot with just improving just the quality of everything all around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that in-person quality, you just can't make it up in any other way. Mm-hmm. It's so important for them to have that interaction and socializing and being able to share with one another.
That's true.
Anything else that you would like to add?
Well, I'm looking forward to a great year. We're about to start our new school year, so I'm just excited to see everything that we're gonna accomplish and that we're gonna do with our school community. So I'm excited. I'm ready to get back into things.
What words can we have for the students that were awarded the scholarships?
I think the easiest thing to do, they're like our own kids, and they have always been like our own kids. I want them to know that, it's okay to fall down, get back up. But, I want them to know our doors are always open for them. I want them to know that they're not alone out there, one call away. And they have our email address, they know how to reach us, and I don't ever want to have to feel that nobody will listen. It doesn't matter what time of the day, what time of the night. Our kids, are going to face that struggle of reality of not being at home, being away from their families. But, they know they can just email. And I'm up at 4:30, like I said, we talked earlier. I will respond with them. And, keeping that connection and having them come back to our school to be mentors or be educators to these kids. I think three of the students are looking at educational programs. So, I'm very excited to, have them come back to their alumni and get back.
Exactly. So. And then they can also pay it forward from what they experienced in their youth, so that would be wonderful for them as well, because they're getting the example, they're learning by example, and that's so important. I really want to thank both of you for being with Wings of Love today, because we've been really trying to get this program to go through. And we really wanted the kids to be here with us, but we also understand that there's time constraints and that there's things that have to be done, by them as well. So all these schedules sometimes cannot be coordinated. But I want to personally tell all these kids how very proud I am of all their efforts and their hard work, and that hard work does pay off. And they're reaping the rewards of their hard work. And I really wish them all the best for a beautiful future ahead of them. And they're so young and they're just getting started, and there's just so much for them in this world to enjoy and to live.
Thank you so much, Elsa, for having us on. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, Miss Jenna. Thank you. And Mr. Flick, I really hope that you guys keep moving forward. And if down the road we can, give, some attention or acknowledgement to the kids that are really working very hard to do all of this, to do their work, and to really, want to say, they're committed to what their studies are, and they're committed to their lives. And, they can also teach other kids that might feel discouraged at times, and be the mentors down the road, and help other kids and pick them up.
Well, we appreciate that, Elsa. I mean, we appreciate you reaching out to us, and we appreciate you acknowledging our students when they've achieved this. And like I said, it takes all of us to, make this work. So
yes, most definitely. And I really always like to, give some acknowledgement to the kids that a lot of times work very hard, but no one knows what they're doing, or are not aware of other kids that are being successful, that they're going places, and that they are going to do something really good for their lives, for themselves, and for their futures. So once again, thank you very much for being with us on Wings of Love. And hopefully, the doors open so that sometime again, we could also have students, or maybe even come to the studio if we want to, present other things that they're working on. As we know at Horizon, there's a big emphasis on leadership and all these other good things that will help promote their futures.
Thank you so much for your support, Elsa.
Yes, of course. It's my pleasure. And to all the people that are watching us, we've been broadcasting live through Radio Dimensión Latina, and we wish you all, the students, a wonderful start of the new school year, and a very great time in this whole year ahead for the year 2023-2024 for the academic school year. So thank you very much again for being with us here. And we want to say, till next time, we hope everything goes well. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Hasta aquí llegamos con nuestra programación en vivo. Gracias por tu sintonía. Dimensión Latina FM, tu radio por internet.